The You Don't Know Me Yet Podcast Network.
Hey, you are tuned in to Two Gems and a Mic with hosts Tanisha the Diva Mahomes and Linda L.D. Dorsey. Just know, if we talking about it, you need to hear about it. Unwind and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Gems and a Mic. I'm your girl LD along with my girl Tanisha the Diva Mahomes. What's up, Diva?
Hey, what's up? Talk to me.
Hey, it's a lot going on. A lot happened last week. Some more upsets, but let's jump off with the injuries, and we got some hot news too. But we're gonna start off with the injuries. Let's start there.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of injuries. I mean, a lot of major people went down. I mean, some good ones, some good running backs. We got Keaton Mitchell went down. I mean, that's the backup, for the Ravens. I think that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that he was showing all kinds of potential, and if you didn't watch what the Ravens did, to the 49ers, to me, they look like that team.
Yeah.
So
they really did. They really did look.
You know
like
what
that.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That spark that he was bringing, I think that's gonna be missed. I hate that for I hate that for him for the youngster, and of course T.J. Hawkinson went down. I mean, we got a lot of guys. The Browns lost their backup quarterback. DTR went out. He's on IR. I mean, we got a lot of guys going down. Veterans. CJ Garner's out. He's on IR.
What's Stroud's status? Is he back?
He's not back yet.
Okay.
He's still questionable. We got guys still in concussion protocol. A lot of concussion protocol guys. We got Kyler's sick. He's just sick. He's just out sick. A lot of viruses. It's flu season.
Oh well, flu season. COVID's back in the air. For those who believe in COVID, something's in the air. Yeah, so, what happened with Waddle? We saw him waddle off the field. He's just questionable. Nothing out or anything like that, right?
No, nothing definitive on him yet as well. And that's huge because they got a big game coming up. They have a huge game coming up. They can wreck some shop here. They can definitely cause some problems with the Bills, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a get back game from them. It's a get back game for them.
Yeah.
They need to go in there and prove that they can beat, because right now the Bills are on fire, dude.
Oh yeah. We got a lot to talk about with we gonna get to them games. You got any more injuries that you wanna hit real quick?
You got a lot of ticky tack stuff going on too. I mean, a lot of people playing through injuries. I don't know that. I mean, it's the significant stuff. I mean, everybody's a little banged up. It's the end of the year. Some hammies. I mean, you got obviously Chase is still. He's still, trying to get through. He didn't practice. You don't know where that's going to be. I mean, you got people like Tyus Bowser, like, linemen and stuff for the Ravens. You're waiting for him to resurface to make that Raven team even stronger. I mean, they got good guys out there. You got Mark Andrews still on IR. You got guys that you're kind of waiting in the wings. Devin Duvernay is another dude from the Ravens that you don't know what's up. I mean, so you just, you don't really know, but Dallas Cowboys got some guys that, that are down a little bit, down and out. But for the most part, like I said, this is the end of the year. We're in week 16, week 17 now?
17, yes.
Hell, everybody hurt.
Right.
Who not hurt?
You're either on an injury report, you're questionable, or you just ain't saying nothing, but you're hurt. So, yeah.
I ain't going to go into the Chiefs. I ain't going to the Chiefs, but Jared McKinnon,
IR.
Yeah. Nicole, IR. Yeah. Scott Moore, IR. I mean, hell, everybody's
hurt. All right.
Everybody's hurt right now.
Let's move on to the hot news. So here, the hot news to me is the Broncos. They bench Russell Wilson. Broncos still have an opportunity to get to the playoffs. I mean, they treating Russ like a damn $5 hole. I don't understand what's going on there.
Disrespect, dude. The disrespect. I mean, I don't understand. What is Sean Payton's beef with Russ? Man?
I don't know. After last week and that sideline,
That talking to him like
whatever. Yeah,
I'm
not sure what's going on there. But if they think that their backup, what's his name, Stidham,
Jared Stidham.
Stidham is their best chance of making. I mean, Russ went on a roll. He went on a roll.
I thought Russ was playing well. I mean,
it's a team effort.
I mean, a lot of the games that have been lost, I don't blame Russ for the losses.
I don't either.
I mean, it's been some coaching errors going on here. I mean, let's be honest. Sean Payton has dropped the ball a couple times.
Yeah, he ain't been without blame. So, own your stuff, but it's yeah. I just hate to see that from Russ. And Russ is a guy that's dedicated. He takes care of his body during the season, off the season, all that. He's pumped up. You see him on the bench, he's getting people pumped up, and then you just say, he's bench, which I'm sure Russ being who Russ is, he's still going to be a leader on that sideline.
He's a leader. He's a great representation. He's exactly what you want from your quarterback. He's out there. He plays hard, shows up before everybody else, last person to leave. He's what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying, in the leader, and he's out there being treated like a bum.
Yeah, it does. I don't understand the logic behind that, but Peyton, I've never been a fan of him. I think he's a bit arrogant, puts himself above the team. Even when Peyton went to, he had a lot to say when he wasn't even coaching, when he was doing, commentating. He's got a lot to say, so he's very condescending and a very arrogant guy. And I like to see how long or what his plans are in Denver, or and he didn't make the decision by himself though, because he ain't gonna make that call by himself. So,
well, I mean, I think we all knew he had the green light, on what was gonna happen. But I mean, I thought we saw. I mean, I thought clearly from the run that they were on that Russ had that locker room. Those guys believed in him, and they were on a incline, not a decline. So I don't exactly know what Sean Payton's beef is with him.
I don't either. I mean, I just know during that game when Sutton went out, they fell apart.
Exactly.
And that's, to me, that's coaching. The guy goes out, you got Jerry Jeudy, you got other receivers, you got running backs, and he goes out and you fall apart. I just don't understand that. But
and they're saying it's financial. They're saying if he got hurt, I think it's like what they had to pay him like $39 million or something if he got hurt or whatever. And I'm hearing that they're saying, well, this may not be the last we see in Russ, because he can always, at the end of this season, go back and renegotiate his contract. If I'm Russ,
they wouldn't be in Denver.
Man, let me tell you something. I'm not renegotiating nothing.
Send Daniel Jones there and send our guy there. You save a little money. $1 million. $1 million difference.
Me and Sierra finna 1-2 step our ass up out of damn Bronco land.
Yeah, that's the truth. All right, let's hit these recaps, right? So week 16. I mean, up and down. We're gonna hit them highlights. The Bills barely beat the Chargers, but they won.
Yeah,
they won.
They're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, I like what I'm seeing from the Bills. I think the Bills are a scary team going into the playoffs. I know you said you think they're lacking a little bit on the defensive side. Can the offense overcome what the defense is lacking, do you think?
I think that right now they're doing what they need to do. And I'm going to say that a win is a win is a win. And they have enough drive and determination that they are getting the job done. Mm-hmm. So they're playing well enough. And I don't think anything's going to stop them right now. Now, I don't know. I'll say that I think the Dolphins can stop them. I just don't know how healthy Waddle and Tyreek are. It's at the end. We know Tyreek is still trying to get back. And we know Waddle is having issues. So I don't know if they're healthy enough to stop them. But if they were healthy, I think they would stop them. Okay. But right now, it just may be that the Bills have, luck is going their way right now. I mean, it seems like everything is going their way right now.
Okay, but we'll get to the Bills in Miami. Yeah. That's the predictions. Let's. They got the Chargers.
I get excited, hell.
All right, we got the Rams. I think the Rams have been doing well. I
like what I see in the Rams, baby. Mm-hmm. I like what Demarcus Robinson is out there doing. Is that not a great pickup?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Chiefs and the Ravens wish they had held on to him.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Not the team, but you know what? He's having a good year. I'm happy for him.
I think that his style of play works with Matthew Stafford, because if you look, Stafford and Pat, the all platform throws and stuff like that. If you notice, he fits right into that system very well.
He played well with the Ravens. I don't know why they let him go. He wasn't having a bad year with the Ravens, so he wasn't having a bad time. I mean, everybody said, yeah, he ran backwards when he ran with the Chiefs, but
I mean, whatever. The Chiefs probably wish they had him right about now.
You throw him the ball. He's catching the ball. He's playing well. I like it for him because I've been a fan of his for a while. So
keyword, he's catching.
Yep. The Steelers surprised me because, I mean,
Mason Rudolph.
He'll be, and he's their starter for this week.
Mason Rudolph.
You think it's him? I mean,
Listen,
Pickens was refocused after looking at those videos of him not being focused. I think he got refocused and had a couple of conversations with folks. I don't know if Trubisky could have threw him the same balls or Pickett or whatever. I'm not here on Mason Rudolph. I'm not there. Ain't never been there.
It's the year to back up, apparently.
He what now?
I say it's the year to back up, apparently.
I guess, but I'm still not sold on that dude. So
and I've never been a huge Mason Rudolph fan. You and I have had these conversations, but I've never had a problem with him being a third string quarterback. Like, I've never had an issue with that. A starter? No,
definitely not a starter. Definitely not a starter. All right, let's jump down to the Browns and the Texans. I'm telling you what, Flacco.
What? You know how I feel about Flacco.
You know I love Flacco.
You know it.
Flacco is just like,
I was in Maryland for the Flacco era. So I like Flacco. I love we call this out.
He's as cool as Hurts. I've seen him get a little excited on the sidelines here this year. But Flacco could throw an 80-yard touchdown and his face is the same as if he fumbled the ball.
But we called this out, Linda.
Yeah.
If we tell y'all, listen, people, listen, gyms out there. If we tell y'all to get cheese, if we tell y'all it's cheese on the moon, get your crackers and follow us. We told y'all that Flacco could service a team. Did we not say that, Linda?
Oh yeah. The Jets should have held on to him. If the Jets were smart, they would have held on to him. I don't know what kind of money Flacco was asking for or whatever, but yeah, he ain't no great quarterback, but he's a good quarterback to come in and step in and do what needs to be done. You gotta have a
pair, and you gotta be etch a sketch, and you gotta not be afraid.
And that's him.
And is that not Flacco?
That's Flacco. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about what happened on the previous
no matter what
play.
Anybody says to me, I don't care what anybody says. To me, Flacco and Njoku are the best quarterback tight end duo in football right now. Prove me wrong.
No, Njoku's a beast. I seen him drag people 10, 15 yards.
What?
He's I'm like, oh God. Yeah.
Ain't he? Just bulldog.
Yeah. He just dragging people. We could spend time on it. It's not worth spending time on the Jets and the Commanders, so we gonna skip over that unless you got something to say about it.
Skip to Malou.
Right. Seahawks, they pulled one out against the Titans. They still hanging in there.
Absolutely.
You think they got what it takes?
We've had this discussion. I just can't. I can't exactly figure out what I want to believe about the Seahawks. It's always the same thing. You don't know what you're gonna get week to week because you see that potential in them, and on the right day, they're a problem. But you don't know what that day gonna be. Right. You don't know.
Right. You don't know who's gonna show up.
You don't know.
I can't call that either. But we're gonna talk about all that when we start getting to the playoffs a little bit later on down the road. But yeah, I don't know with them who
they got the talent. They got talent on the roster though.
No doubt. There's definitely talent there. I mean, the Falcons, They still in the running, which is scary. I think the Falcons still in the running over the Colts. The Falcons, I mean, I think Arthur Smith made a big mistake by keep putting Ritter in the game. Ritter was costing them games.
I knew you were gonna say something about Ritter, boy.
He's been costing them games.
I knew you. You love you some Heineke. I knew you.
Nope, I don't. I'm not a big fan of his because I think well, he's confident, but I think he's better than Ritter.
See, I don't. I just think I don't know what it is. I think Ritter just played too damn carefree for me. It's almost like he like a kid at the park playing football for the first time. Like, dude, if you don't take your job serious, do you understand that it's week to week with you?
So how would you say that's part of the mindset? Then you got to have a better mindset, and he doesn't have it.
I feel like he's got talent. It's just I don't know. Like I see something there in him, and like because you see plays sometimes when he does something, you like, well, there it is.
And then you see plays and you say, well, damn, there it is.
Well,
so yeah. And no player is 100% consistent. So I get that. But his plays are dumb plays, like the same dumb play. That's what gets me.
Like running and then almost getting to the end zone just and
drop the ball.
Run him down. Like stuff that you just know that you ain't got no damn business doing. No damn
Or
business.
like the last game or the game before. You're in field goal range. You've got one of the best kickers in the league. So you're going to run, and you're running all over the place. Now you want to be the hero, and you're going to throw the ball and throw an interception, cost your team the game. Common sense. That's why I say thinking, he ain't going to get that. He's not getting an A+ there.
And Heineke is definitely, serviceable. And you know that from him being in Washington. So I don't know why you playing games with your life.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of his. I'm not a fan of him. Yeah, I know what he's capable of, but I'm not a fan of him.
Heineke is enough.
Yeah.
And you know how he had Washington rallied up behind him. He's enough to cause you problems. So
they should have never let him go, but they went with Sam Howell. But that's another thing that's going to change.
We don't even want to talk about
Sam Howell is benched for Brissett because Brissett been bringing him back, but it's all too late in these games where Brissett is bringing him back because you done dug him into such a hole that he can't do anything. But Ron Rivera, if he ain't on the hot seat, I don't know who is.
Sure.
He's definitely on a damn hot seat. Falcons and I'm sorry. Packers barely escaped.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah, and they banged up. They starting to get banged up too now.
Yeah, that was just some clock.
They lost.
I mean, that was like a split second of when he spiked that ball to get that kick, which would have sent it to overtime if he made it. So it was a close game. Carolina, I think they clean up a couple of things. They got a coach that's enthusiastic. They should have never hired Frank Wright. So maybe they can right that ship and move down the road. They ain't gonna hurt nobody. But the Packers are still hanging in there. I think Love's got to play smarter too. I'm watching Love. Love he wants to be a hero. Stop being a hero. Just play football. Take what they're giving to you. So a lot of these quarterbacks I'm looking at, they want to be the hero. Right? Take what they giving to you.
The consistency.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you go in there and you play lights out, and then you come back, and it's kind of like...
It's like, who is that? Yeah. So it's like these teams are getting their Super Bowls in the beginning or their playoff games because they beat a team, and then all of a sudden it's like, so you have to maintain that level. The Lions, they clinched for the first time in 13 years or since 1993. I don't know which one. Can't get my math right.
I'm happy for Jared, and you know it.
Oh, I'm happy for the entire team. I love the coach. I'm happy for the team. I'm happy for the team. I'm happy for the city. That's good for them. And they worked hard to get where they were. They were right there last year. Their coach, I mean, what a motivator, what a coach. And that's a guy that's made a difference. So watch out for them. I know they lost some games along the road, but I would say watch out for them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Lord, them running backs, good Lord.
Yeah. And Baker Mayfield just ain't going to give up.
What? You go mess around and Baker Mayfield going to be a problem for the playoffs. Don't get that feisty sucker riled up.
No. Oh, he already riled up. He riled up every game. Baker going to give you 100%.
And 10 every game. He got the same energy nonstop. Okay, and then ain't playing good. Come on, man. You mess around and y'all meet them in the playoffs and somebody gonna be sad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're looking good,
and it could be Dallas. The way the chips are falling.
We're gonna get to your people. Cardinals and the Bears. The Bears are playing good. I mean, ain't nothing gonna come from that. The Cardinals ain't nothing gonna come from that. But the Bears, I don't know what's gonna come of next year. If that coach, I think he'll be there. Give him another shot. They look good. Not too much to talk about that in that game.
It's a different team since Kyler been back.
Yeah, it is. But they lost.
It's a different team. I mean, but you see that the team is a team now that he's back. I mean,
and they've got people that are out and missing and stuff like that. But yeah, that game ain't even. It's not even impactful.
They need some draft picks.
The Dolphins and the Cowboys. Go ahead and talk about them girls.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I gotta do one at least a week. Go ahead.
Don't do that.
What happened? I'm gonna ask you. What happened? Oh damn! You need that much? That's where you at. Wait a minute. Damn, that's where you at with it.
I do not know.
I think the consistency is not. I don't know what happened. Like I was watching the game and I'm like, really? Because Miami really didn't look that impressive on Sunday.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Dallas just looked horrible.
So, I don't know if it feel like the air is out of we deflated or so. I don't know what exactly is going on, but for us to have so much to lose right now and to go out there week after week and just can't get it and not want it. I don't say not want. I don't know.
I can't say they want it. It's just like I don't know.
That's not true. I know they want it.
Yeah.
But just to not get it going into just dropping games like this is just.
And that was a big one. That was a big one to drop. A big one. And it was a big win for Miami because they hadn't beat anybody with a winning record. So they really needed that. So that was a big win for them.
And I know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the Cowboys bounce back. You know, I was starting to lean toward. I ain't gonna get on their bandwagon, but I started to lean towards the Cowboys. They were looking good, but then all of a sudden it was like that is not who I expected to show up on this week, and I was gotta say I was a little disappointed in the game. Patriots and the Broncos. We already talked about the Broncos in that game a little bit. Raiders and the Chiefs. I mean,
no comment.
The Raiders didn't score offensive. The defense did what they needed to do for the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense has got to get it together. We can go and beat the drum of who they need, what they need. Everybody knows what they need and all that other stuff. We can keep having the conversations about, they'll get it together. I was more confident in that, I think, than you were because of the pieces. I said, they'll make those pieces work. It's not working. So there are some concerns. I mean, for me, there's reason for alarm there. I just don't all the way around. I ain't pointing the finger at one person. It's all the way around. And the defense is playing lights out. I mean, the score was 20-14. 14 of them points belong to the offense that they gave up. Pick six, fumble. They gave that up, right? And then you've got, so all they got was 2 field goals out of it.
Yeah.
The Chiefs got 14 points. I mean, they were negative 18 yards or something in the first quarter. Just some crazy ass numbers. It's like just not a Chiefs team. So not sure what's going on there. Hopefully they get it together.
Well, I think that it's really late in this season to be that hopeful.
Because other teams, to me, you can't be stepping back. Other teams are stepping up. The ones who weren't doing so well at the beginning of the season. If you're regressing, and I think they've regressed a little bit. You know, you played
a little bit.
You played New England last week. So if you're regressing, it's like, I don't know.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah. So we'll see. Giants and the Eagles. I'm still on the same shit I was on last week. I don't know what's going on with the Eagles. Eagles got real nervous at the end of that game. Coaches was arguing, players are looking at each other sideways, and then of course the referees, in my opinion, bailed them out.
Yes, they did. And really and truly, if Tyrod makes that throw to Waller, he walks in the end zone, and that's a different game.
Yeah. Or if the officials blow the damn whistle because you're standing there and the man literally shoved Saquon out of bounds, right? So they're saying that they don't want the officials to let the players decide the game, right? The player did decide the game. He decided to push Saquon. Hold on, let me finish. He decided to push Saquon out of bounds, so he should be penalized for that. The officials don't have the balls to throw the damn flag. And that's horrible. And they won't as long as they're not held accountable. And that went on all game.
And that's what's so crazy about it. What is the point of the Hail Mary? Or what is the point of the throw at the end of the game if nothing can be done? I mean, I can just go in there and straight mug a person. You have no chance of getting the ball.
And that wasn't even your average Hail Mary. Like that dude didn't. Tyrod just didn't like throw it up. It was some targeted, and some people could have caught that. At people, right? And it was 2 pass interferences on that. So, but going back to it, I don't know. I can't see Philly beating. I don't see Philly beating Dallas. I don't see Philly beating Detroit. I don't see Philly beating San Francisco. None of them. Not the way they playing. Something's got to give. I don't see, and I might have missed a team in there that won a game, but I don't see those are 3 teams that I don't see them beating to get to back to the NFC Championship. So we'll see on that. Let's go to this week 17, but I also want to talk about, as we talk about week 17, let's talk about this playoff picture.
All right, let's check it out.
Okay, so yeah, it's a lot going on with this.
Blow that bad boy back up for me.
Huh?
Blow that bad boy back up for me a little bit.
Okay, let me make it bigger.
Let me see that one more time. You know the Diva done got old.
I know. Can you see it there?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So we got we got week 17. Yeah, we got some week 17 games coming up that are going to be impactful, right? Who lands where? Who does what? Right now, you've got the let's go with the AFC. You got the Ravens sitting over there. Ravens looking good. Ravens look really impressive to me. They came out, they had that safety, no biggie, right? Get up, do what we gotta do. We moving on. And they moved on. It was like they never missed a beat after that. And the other thing about it is the Ravens looked like they were having fun. Did they look like they were having fun? Now, the Ravens and the Dolphins, it's gonna be a very interesting game.
Is that Colts and Dolphins down at the end of that?
Down
at the bottom?
Colts and Dolphins? And it's just the way that they if they had to play today, who would play? So that's a number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a number 2. I can make it bigger for you if you want me to go ahead and put it on a different.
No. I'm seeing Bills and Chiefs. Yeah, Bills and Chiefs, and Browns and Jags.
You said Bills and Chiefs?
Yeah, Bills and Chiefs, Browns and Jags.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay and Dallas. Eagles and Seattle. And,
any of those games, the way it looks to me right now, any of those games and these games next week. So you got the Dolphins that play. Let's start the Jets and the Browns, right? The Browns are in there. I believe the Browns are going to beat the Jets.
What seed is the Bills?
Say again?
What seed is the Bills there?
They're 3. I'm sorry. Excuse me. There are 6.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. There are 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you look at who's playing who next week and how it's going to impact this and what may play out, like the Lions play the Cowboys. That could cause some shifting.
Yeah.
That could definitely cause some shifting. The Dolphins and the Ravens, we know that can cause some shifting.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna take
Bengals, don't they?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cowboys in that Lions game, which is a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Saturday game. I'm taking the Browns over the Jets. You got something different?
You taking who over the Jets?
The Browns.
Of course I am.
Okay. Cowboys over the Lions.
Yes, I am.
I think the Lions are a little relaxed because they've got their division.
They're in there.
Yeah, so they may let the foot off the gas a little bit. Dolphins and the Ravens.
Taking the Ravens.
I am too. I think they're playing their football right now. I think John Harbaugh is listening to somebody else because that was a totally different. Their game was called different. He was a little pumped up, didn't look as nervous. Patriots and the Bills. I'm gonna give it to the Bills. I ain't gonna say the Patriots are gonna slip by anybody else.
The Bills.
Yeah, definitely the Bills. The Falcons and the Bears. Falcons need the game. Falcons need a game just to hang in there and possibly.
I think Cole Kmet is hurt, so I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Okay, and they're not eliminated yet. They're not eliminated, so depending on how some of these games go, they're not eliminated. I'll do a better graphic next time, a little bigger, that we can see that graphic a little bigger. The Raiders and the Colts. Raiders are, AP got them going.
Oh yeah. Antonio Pierce is not playing around.
Yeah, he got them going.
That defense.
Yep. Offense ain't worth a damn, but the defense, yeah.
Kelly, that defense is no pump.
I think they can beat. I think they can get at the Colts.
Yeah, I do as well.
I think they get at the Colts. I think they come out of there 8-8.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. Panthers and the Jaguars. Jags got to have this game.
They got to.
I don't care if I'm quarterbacking. They got to have this game.
They banged up though. Yeah, that's the problem. They banged up like hell. Zay Jones is hurt. Kirk is on IR. Ridley's getting up. They banged up.
Yep.
They gotta have it.
They gotta have it. Titans and the Texans. Texans gotta have it to keep their hopes alive.
Texans will win the game. I don't know what's going on with the Titans.
And the Rams and the Giants.
They don't use Treylon Burks right. I don't know.
Yeah. You got the Rams and the Giants. Rams are rolling.
Rams.
Yep. Cardinals and the Eagles. Eagles should win, but their old coach, is the head coach for the Cardinals. So I don't know what that's gonna play. He knows some tendencies.
Eagles gonna keep eking them out.
Okay.
Eagles.
Saints and the Bucks. Division game.
Bucks, huh?
That's always a big rivalry game too. Where is that game? I don't know, Tanisha.
I'm going with the Bucks.
You going with the Bucks? Yeah, they in Tampa Bay. I'll go with the Bucks too because they in Tampa Bay.
I'm going with the Bucks. I'm going with Baker.
49ers are practicing with the Commanders.
When Baker get going, Baker get going. Baker is on a roll right now. He got his confidence up. His team believe in him. They right that playoff sniffing that play. Come on. And Baker got stuff to prove. You know how you get when he get a chip on the shoulder. Come on. I'm going with the Bucks right now. And Evans is playing his ass off. Come on.
Evans is playing good. I actually saw him do 2 plays back to back.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay.
I'm going with the Bucks, and it's not even a hard decision for me.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, because Olave is no joke. I'm talking Taysom Hill is no joke. Let's be honest. That New Orleans Johnson, the tight end. They have talent. Kamara, they have everything they need. Carr on the right day, you know what I mean. But I just feel like right now the momentum is with the Bucks. They have their identity. They're more consistent. I think they know what they need to do, and I'm just going with the Bucks. I might be dead wrong on this one, but I just feel I don't know. I feel like Baker's got to figure it out right now.
Okay, all right.
I feel like he's got to figure it out.
Okay, the 49ers will be practicing with the scrimmaging against the Commanders.
What?
No, they're playing the Commanders. I call it a practice or a scrimmage. It don't matter. They should beat the brakes off of them.
Listen, you better leave Tina's team alone. You better leave Tina's team alone.
Oh my
She'll
goodness.
be sending a hate mail.
The Steelers and the Seahawks. This is a tricky game.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Last week, would you have thought what you thought with the Steelers?
I'll tell you what's tricky about it. They finally realized that Pickens is that man. Like, give the guy the ball.
So you think the Steelers are gonna walk over the Seahawks?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No, I do not. I don't know what's going on with the way that they're. First of all, put the ball in Pickens' hand, and you're gonna have a good week every week.
Okay.
Okay. The guy is always. I mean, he's really that good. I really truly believe in that kid that much. I don't know what I mean. If he was, let's put him on a team. Put him on a team with Josh Allen. Put him on a team with a Burrows. Put him on a team with Mahomes. Put him on a team with a top quarterback, and he's going off.
Yeah,
he's going off. It's not a secret. So if you get him the ball, you're gonna be in the game every week. Dante, get the guys the ball. The team, they have the pieces. They have the pieces on that team. Are you gonna tell me that they don't have two good to great receivers on that team? Give the guys the ball. Even the doggone tight end. What's wrong? Yeah, they got a team. They got a team.
Well, so, now you sound like they're gonna beat the Seahawks.
They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback. They got everything but what they need.
Everything but what they really need.
They got everything but what they need.
Yeah. I feel you.
They don't have, and I don't know why, because I don't believe that Mr. Trubisky is a horrible quarterback.
I don't either.
I don't believe that. I just don't understand it. Right. I don't get it. I don't believe that he's a horrible quarterback. I just believe that Mason is a true backup. No disrespect to him. I believe that's where his talent lies. He's a backup. I believe he's great at his job. He's a good backup. He's been in the league. He's been respected backup in the league. That's fine. Is he, in my opinion, a starting quarterback? No, I do not believe he's a starting quarterback. Can he give you a couple of games here when you need him? Yes, I believe he can give you a couple of games when you need him, because he's been in that system since he's been drafted from Oklahoma State. Right after Pat got 2018 or whatever, when he came out that following year. So yes, I believe he's in this. And then, but you were the one who pointed out to me that Kenny, you do not think is the answer for those.
I do not think Pickett is the answer.
There lies your dilemma, and we lost Haskins, so we don't know what he could have been.
Right.
So there lies the dilemma. So I don't know what it is with Trubisky, because I do believe we've seen things from Trubisky that let you know that Trubisky can play.
He can play, right? I just don't understand
why it's not gelling, why it's not matching up. I don't know, but there is plenty of talent on that Steelers roster to get the job done. And we talked about that at the beginning of the season when we were doing our prediction at the beginning of the season. Did we not all sit here and believe that the Steelers were going to make the playoffs and cause problems this year?
And that's the scary part. Without the quarterback, they still can. That's the scary part. I mean, the conversation a week ago, which we didn't do a podcast, was, is it time for Mike Tomlin to move on? Well, Mike Tomlin answered that question.
No,
it's
not
right. You got to get him. Ben's last few years wasn't Ben's best years.
No,
but Tomlin, he ain't missed the playoffs, so he's
stop
that dude.
That tomfoolery.
And the Steelers ain't switching. They're not super coaches like some of these other teams. So, that's going to be an interesting game. I just can't call that game because I don't know which team is going to show up for either side. So that's why I just can't call that game. The Bengals and the Chiefs, this is a must-have for the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
Little rivalry there, all of that. So
they need that game. And I don't know what to expect from the Chiefs.
Nobody does. From week to week, nobody does. It's and I think part of it is they've been here, right? They've been here, and you can't expect the team to stay there. They're never going to stay there. But then you don't expect the team to go here. Yeah. You know what I mean? So a slow decline or whatever, that's just like, ooh, what happened? From the first game. It's It's like, what happened? So a lot going on there, but I said we can beat that to death. Chargers and the Broncos. I mean, big difference with Russ not playing and Herbert's out.
I don't know. Like, so I think that Stidham is a decent quarterback. From what I've seen from Stidham, I think he's not been awful. Okay. I definitely think that the Raiders saw something from him in him last year when they benched Carr and they were willing to put him out there. He's going into organizations and he is proving himself. They gave him, I think, we're getting like $10 million to be a backup. That's not backup chump change. Right. So when they paid him, they clearly saw something in him to give him that money. So I don't know if the writing was on the wall. I don't know at that point or whatever. But what I'm telling you is that it's the reason why they benched Russ and they're giving Stidham this opportunity to move forward.
Yeah, I agree.
So I remember when I actually remember Stidham because Stidham actually was supposed to go to Texas Tech and didn't go and ended up going to Baylor. And then Baylor had the big, huge incident with the sexual harassment. And then he was on the bench that year, and then he ended up transferring to Auburn. So I actually know a lot about Stidham. But Stidham has always, he was like a 5-star recruit. So Stidham has always had talent. So we'll see. We'll see
what he does.
We'll see what he does. I'm not going to count Stidham out. I mean, we'll see what he can do. But the disrespect to Russ.
The Russ is still the issue. It's still the concern.
I do not understand.
I don't think he's better than Russ, but yeah, he may be able to pull it off. I don't think he's better than Russ.
Oh no. I'm not even playing those reindeer games. No. It's just it's not his fault. It's not his fault that he's about to get a shot. That's all I'm saying.
Did you say reindeer games?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Ho, ho, ho. I did. I did.
All right, let me throw that in the background. Some Christmas stuff in the background or whatever. We talking reindeer.
That's Halloween, ain't it?
Huh? No, here we go. Reindeer. Reindeer games. There we go.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Russ deserves better than that. Absolutely.
Okay. I agree. And the last game we're looking at is that Sunday night game is the Packers and the Vikings. Meaningful game. Division game, meaningful game. So we'll see what happens with that one.
I think Nick Mullins is out. I think they're going to bench him and go back to the original backup that was supposed to be the backup when...
Not the backup to the backup to the backup.
Yeah. 3 backups removed. Yeah. I just bring back Dobbs.
That wraps up that from week 17.
Dobbs.
I know. That's your boy. That's your boy. So here we go. We got this college football. Michigan and Alabama, Washington and Texas. Who you calling in those games? Michigan versus Alabama. Who you got?
Man, that's deep. Michigan.
I'm going with Michigan also. I'm going with Michigan also, and I'm going with Texas.
I'm going with Texas because my cousin Keaton Crawford is on that team. Represent.
Yeah, I'm going with Texas. I just like what I've seen from Texas. They smooth. I like Washington too, but those are 2 teams. So I have Michigan and Texas in that championship game, and I'm going.
Michigan winning.
Huh?
Michigan winning.
I got Texas winning.
You got? I thought you were gonna say Michigan.
I got an upset.
Listen, I'm going with Texas all the way because my cousin Keaton is on the team. Regardless, I got an upset
all
the way through.
I got to go with them.
I got to go with them. If they can beat Alabama, I don't care. They got there. It's sometimes when you get there, it's your time to shine. You need to bring your A game or whatever.
That's right.
But, you got to get there. And you got to do what you got to do. I mean, they got a good pull against Washington. I think that was probably the best shot that they had right at the gate. If they can escape Washington, miracles are possible.
Yeah,
I believe, and if they mess around and if have to play Alabama again, I believe that they can do it twice. So and if they play Michigan, I think they can do it. I mean, so I gotta go with my boys. I gotta go with Texas. Like I said, I gotta go with my family. Gotta go with Keaton, and that's what I'm going with. So we actually agree.
Yeah,
how did that happen?
Yep. All right, so given that we were talking about, there's a lot of stuff going on in college football, the transfer portals, the this, to that. We're not going to go into it this week. We're going to try to get a couple of people that we had. We had a previous episode last year talking about NILs and the impact and the NCAA. I heard a coach say that he needed. They were interviewing him and saying, "Oh yeah, we need a quarterback for next year." Blah blah blah. He said, "But if you don't have $1 to $2 million, you can't get a quarterback." And that comment just struck me, and I'm like, wow. And some of these players are saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to play another year, because if I play another year in college, it's more than what I make in the NFL." So, now we're just talking about football all over the place. It's absolutely insane. People aren't even talking about what records they are, what school they want to go to. Some coaches approaches, I want to sell them a school first, then we could talk NIL. That's not what these people are doing, and everybody's in the portal. So I think it'll be a good conversation. We're gonna spend some time on that next week. We might do 2 shows. I'm gonna try to get some guys together that were on that previous show and see if they're still thinking the way they were thinking back then.
Yep.
I did a blog a while back on a young man that was going to go to a HBCU, and then there was another young man, Mikey Williams. He was like the top recruit, and this is kind of like my closing thought. Is I feel for this young man, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, he's out on bail right now, $50,000 bail for gun charges on 5 charges of assault with a deadly weapon. This kid had everything. He's the number 1 recruit. Everything come from a good family, all that other stuff. It's like, what are y'all thinking? Guns, there's all kinds of gun issues, but you're young. Like, what are people trying to prove? I don't get it. I got a gun. I want to flash my gun. I'm going to do something. Guns kill. Guns kill. So, people remember that. Let's just, we got to hold on. We got to teach the youngins, whatever that, maybe his head got too big because of basketball. I'm praying for him. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. I don't think he's going to get out of it. I don't know who got hurt or whatever. Still trying to get the full story out of it. But, it's one of those things. You do wrong, you got to pay the price. You're smart enough to know you on talking all that trash. It's like, come on. And other people, there was a young lady that got shot. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Fortunately, she's playing this year for a team, but it's too much of that violence going on. Unnecessary violence going on. We got to stop it. We got to figure out a way to come together and stop it and all get on the same page. That's my closing thoughts. Tanisha, what you got?
Well, I want to congratulate Texas State. We have a good friend, Caleb Cup. They won. They beat Rice 45-21, and he had, I believe, what did Caleb have? He had three tackles and 6 assists. He had a great game, and I want to congratulate him. We always supporting our guy.
Absolutely.
Great kid, awesome attitude. You guys out there, you pros, you better go against your traditionist guys out there. They call him
Cougar. Cougar with a K. Cougar with a K. Cougar's coming on the show. We're going to get Cougar on the show. He said when his season was done and his bowl games were done and all that, he's going to come back on the show. He'd love to come back on the show. And you're right, Tanisha. Shout out to him. Got to watch the game on ESPN and seeing that smile and that kid's energy. Yeah.
Yeah, they call him Cougar for a reason. It's that style. He gets after it. He may not be the biggest dude, but that boy, I'm telling you, that dude is he's a real deal. So I wanted to congratulate him and his team for their hard work and that win. So that on that positive note, but also we always have a closing thought. I also wanted to have a serious thing. I had a very dear friend of mine who went through a very serious surgery. And I just wanted to give thanks to the man up above who brought my friend out of that surgery, which is why we did not have a podcast last weekend. I was there with her, and God is good, guys. Everything went well. So we will be back on regular schedule, but I wanted to just, be thankful and appreciative to the fact of, some things are a little bit bigger than podcasts, and I had to be there. And I'm glad you guys are being patient with us and allow us to get back this week to what we do and what we love to do and bring you guys good content and stuff with podcasts.
Love it. So some good news. We closing out with some good news.
Absolutely. Some great news, man.
Right.
Great news.
So we won't see everybody until 2024. So until that time, remember, please be kind, be blessed. Because what?
It's free.
It's free.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you for tuning in to Two Gems and a Mic. Be sure to subscribe and follow. Until next time, remember, be kind, be blessed. Peace.